Pale was the wounded knight that bore the rowan shield, and cruel were the ravens' cries as they feasted on the field, singing, "Backwater cold and clear will never clean your wound. There's none but the maid of the winding mere can make thee hale and sound." So course well, my brindled hounds, and fetch me the mountain hare, whose coat is as grey as the Westwater, or as white as a lily fair, who said, "Green moss and heather bands will never staunch the flood. There's none but the witch of the Westmorlands can save thy dear life's blood. So turn your stallion's head till his red mane flies in the wind, and the rider of the moon goes by, and the bright star falls behind." Clear was the paling moon when a shadow passed him by. Below the hill were the brightest stars when he heard the owlet cry, singing, "Why do you ride this way? And wherefore came you here?" "I seek the witch of the Westmorland, who dwells by the winding mere." "Then fly free, you good grey hawk, to gather the golden rod, and face your horse into the clouds above yon gay green wood." And it's weary by the Elswater, and misty the Breakfern way, till through the cleft of the Kirkstone Pass the winding water lay. He said, "Lie down, my brindled hounds, and rest, my good grey hawk, and thee, my steed, may graze thy fill, for I must dismount and walk. But come when you hear my horn, and answer swift the call, for I fear ere the sun will rise this morn ye may serve me best of all." And it's down to the water's brim he's borne the rowan shield, and the golden rod he has cast in to see what the lake might yield. Wet rose she from the lake, and fast and fleet went she, one half the form of a maiden fair, with a jet black mare's body. So loud, loud and shrill he blew, till his steed was at his side. High overhead his grey hawk flew, and swiftly he did ride, saying, "Course well, my brindled hounds, and fetch me the jet black mare. Stoop and strike, my good grey hawk, and bring me the maiden fair." She said, "Pray sheath thy silvery sword, lay down thy rowan shield, for I see by the briny blood that flows you've been wounded in the field." And she stood in a gown of the velvet blue, bound round with a silver chain. She's kissed his pale lips once and twice, and 3 times round again. She's bound his wounds with the golden rod, full fast in her arms he lay, and he has risen hale and sound, with the sun nigh in the day. She said, "Ride with your brindled hounds at heel, and your good grey hawk in your hand, for there's none can harm the knight who's lain with the witch of the Westmorland. No, there's none can harm the knight who's lain with the witch of the Westmorland."